Disney, the best of Disney, Fake Fresh Daily. I am your host, David. That is Ron.
Hi.
That is a Main Street fire truck that we're going to get on right now and take a ride with Frankie.
We'll be motoring down Main Street at about 5 miles an hour, so please keep your arms and hands inside the vehicle. Here we go.
All right, we're going to motor down Main Street, Fresh Baked. I'm going to ride the little shotgun here. Try not to run over any of those people. Now, I chose to open the show this week right here with this view of Frankie on the fire truck down Main Street because this is our first weekend with post-Christmas decorations. There's actually nothing going on at Disneyland right now. This is a kind of a rare time of the year when the park is in its most natural state. No overlays, no skins, just good old-fashioned Disneyland. And it's kind of a treat, in this day and age at Disneyland. You don't get to see this often. Shaving a haircut. I love it. I love it. There we go. Another one. Oh, perfect. What a perfect way to start a Disneyland day. I recommend to you, Fresh Baked, there are many different ways to start a Disneyland day. Ron starts at Space Mountain.
I do.
Walt wants you to start at the Disneyland Railroad. I am a huge fan. You can actually do both. I'm a huge fan of taking a Main Street vehicle down Main Street. That's the way I feel like Walt intended also. But take a train ride around. The idea, ride the train, figure out where you want to go, get off at Main Street, and then ride a vehicle down Main Street.
The train calculations in a Dominating the Park day would be the transition prior to going to DCA, because that's your break.
Oh, you mean like that's the last thing you do before you switch parks?
Because that's a recharge moment midday.
Well, it makes me happy to know that you're putting Disneyland Railroad in your park domination schedule. You're not a monster. Well, Ron, as I mentioned in the outset of the show, this is, I don't know how long this time is going to last. It's only going to be like this for just a couple, maybe a month, and you got Valentine's Day. Do a thing for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But we're going to have this sort of absolutely nothing happening in the park for a couple weeks. It's pretty rare, and it's kind of nice.
Down.
Yeah. It's super nice. I have no idea, on that note, what do we do on a day like this? What is a good thing to be? Do we need to let the winds hit us again?
I think you do.
Yeah?
I like the spontaneity of walking and talking and something spurs up.
Well, let's walk and talk in this direction. Ian, by the way, we got word that he is en route. He's stuck in traffic, so it may be a minute before we get to see Ian this morning. Also, hopefully by now you have already seen, Ron and I did a challenge this morning, first thing. We did the Disneyland Mountain Challenge.
Oh, you're gonna make me sad in this video too?
Yes, I'm gonna pour a little salt in the wounds. No, let's go this way. Yeah. I say we did the mountain challenge. Ron says we did not do the mountain challenge. We failed the mountain challenge.
I'm saying it's an Olympic event and we got the silver.
Well, to think of it this way, the hour thing was a self-imposed deadline. Like there the Mountain Challenge, strictly speaking, doesn't have a deadline.
Yeah, well, I will say that we absolutely were as efficient
As we could have been.
we really were.
Yeah. We did it in 65 minutes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
No, it was good. It was good, but when you have a target and you don't hit the target, it's time to reassess.
Nothing's wrong with a silver. You know, I mean, they don't put you on the Wheaties box with the silver, I'll say that. But
I want to be on the Wheaties.
you want to be on the Wheaties box? Hey, you know what we should do? We should go ride Big Thunder. And just really make ourselves feel bad.
All right, see how long it takes now.
That's where we lost. We lost at Big Thunder. I kind of had a feeling that might, or Ron did too, that would be where it would happen if we did fail. What do you want to do today?
I want to do.
I feel like.
What area have we not ventured into?
Well, we haven't been to Galaxy's Edge for a while, but I'm saving that for next week because of Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that.
Yeah. You're not coming Friday, right?
I'm not coming Friday. I'm coming Saturday, but I don't.
Be here, like early.
Yeah, well, I'll be here long before parking.
Yeah.
But that's what I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to be 90 minutes.
You guys want to go back?
Actually, they might be 2 hours before.
No, I've heard that Toy Story will be open at midnight. They'll be running buses at Toy Story.
Oh, I'm not doing none of that nonsense.
Yeah.
I'll be here at like 5 in the morning. So.
You'll probably be too late.
I mean, it is what it is. I live here, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to get too bent out of shit.
No, that's the way locals pretty much handle it. Dang, Ron. I don't feel like I want to go that way because that's Pirates and Haunted Mansion. We just did Splash. That leaves Winnie the Pooh over there. Indiana Jones is an option.
We did Indiana. We talked about that.
Yeah.
It's always a good option.
We just rode Jungle Cruise and Tiki Room recently. We just did. Do we need to go to DCA?
I happen to love that little park. It's not its fault. It's not perfect.
Ron loves DCA. Well, let's go. We'll go this way and see what happens.
I don't think she's doing the best she can with the resources provided, and I won't hold it against her.
Well, she was dealt a short deck.
Exactly. Jumping jellyfish is. It's funny you say that because I always say that this is. I don't want it to go away because aesthetically it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's also by far the worst ride in April Park.
No, I think the worst ride for me anyway is the swings, the Silly Symphony swings.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, no, I don't enjoy that at all.
Oh.
I mean, I get it. I actually enjoy jumping jellyfish more than the swings. I like the dropping thing. I'm afraid of heights, so that
was better than the jellyfish.
well, Heimlich's is the best.
Heimlich's was. Actually, the bumper cars were the dumbest thing.
That was a terrible ride
So dumb.
because I could have done more damage getting out and like kicking the car than I could with an actual bumper car.
Right. But
It is the most low impact thing ever.
and it was a long ride. Yeah,
Yeah.
You were stuck. Half the time, every time I did it, I was stuck on it.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
But no, I do think there's potential. Like, I still think they should put up in the backstage lot. Imagine a live, Indiana Jones or live anything.
But they have those already, and they don't do that well. I don't think the Indiana Jones show at Disney World doesn't do that well.
Right. So, but they tried to retcon, for lack of a better term, they tried to retcon an existing problem. So let's see how we can fix it going that way.
Well, and that is a problem because it requires billions of dollars to retcon a park.
Right.
That's not something you can easily do.
Right. I mean, I never talked about it specifically saying, is this even salvageable? We had to make a decision. We didn't know. So the fact that they openly admit that, to me, is, I like.
Everything is salvageable, but at what cost?
Well, here's the thing. Now that they've gone into Marvel, Avengers Campus world, and the Pixar situation, like, they are now, for lack of a better term again, pot invested to build and continue to build.
Yeah.
So there's no bulldozing taking place unless they get rid of Redwood.
Oh God, I hope not. I love Red. Oh my gosh, look, it's Captain Hook. There's a guy you only see every day.
Right.
Is he going backstage? No, bye Hook. No, Hook. No. Oh. He's so dastardly.
I know.
I
I don't want to run into Gaston, I'll tell you that.
Why is that?
He's too cocky.
Well, that's Gaston.
He's so great.
Casey Jr. I mean, that's fun.
How about the canal boat?
You want to do Storybook Land?
The different vantage point.
All right.
That you haven't done.
I can get down with that. I completely forgot. What were we talking about?
All kinds of
Storybook
things.
Land? I forgot where we were.
Oh yeah, Storybook.
Yeah, well anyway, that's where we're going. Storybook Land. This is gonna be a weird day today. I don't think you know what? I want to stay in Disneyland.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to see as much of this park, you know, in its natural state as possible. I don't know. It doesn't matter how many times I come on this ride. That right there, that scene, watching Casey Jr. come out of that tunnel with Monstro and everything, it sends me so much. I love this so much.
Well, the reason I wanted to do this is I love miniatures.
Oh, do you? Oh, so did Walt.
I mean, they're just cool. They're like, it's the detail that goes into it.
Yeah.
Handcrafted stuff. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool.
No, that was definitely that's what, I mean, his love of miniatures is what built Storybook Land.
And welcome aboard the Daisy. My name is Cynthia, will be your storyteller and captain for today. Just a few things before we get started. For your safety, of course, please remain seated, keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat at all times. And please let's supervise our children, even the adult ones. We don't want our stories having any unexpected twists. The characters in our stories travel through a rabbit hole, maybe with some magic pixie dust or on a magic carpet ride. But we have the great opportunity to travel right through Monstro the Whale. All good stories must start off with once upon a time. So once upon a time, there was a big bad wolf who lived inside his cave. And he would look across the way, licking his lips at the three little pigs, with their house made out of straw, stick, and of course 100% wolf-proof brick. White rabbit down that rabbit hole, landing in Wonderland where things only got curiouser and curiouser. Of course, Peter had some help from his friend Tinkerbell in order to get there. I think we could all use a little help every once in a while. We'd have a whole new world if we did. Aladdin, the seven dwarfs never have to wish for their gems. They're working very hard in those mines back there. You could hear them hi-hoing away. You can also hear Snow White whistling away while she works inside their cottage, waiting for them to return home. Speaking of hard workers, Cinderella grew up with her wicked stepmother and stepsisters inside this blue chateau. But don't worry, she's now living her happily ever after with her Prince Charming inside that pink castle right on top of the mountain. Cinderella's happily ever after may have included a handsome prince and a big shiny castle, but if I'm being honest, I really don't need any of those things. My happily ever after includes a good night's sleep. Which brings us to my favorite part of our story, our quilted flower bed, which was inspired by a 1933 silly symphony called Lullaby Land. We have a wonderful gardener who comes in every night. She sprinkles some of her pixie dust on them so that they never, ever have to grow up. Our ride is taking us into Arendelle, where Queen Elsa has built her ice castle right on top of those mountains. Elsa and Anna both found that all they needed was the love they had for each other in order to melt Princess Anna's frozen heart. In this small alpine village, a carpenter named Geppetto carved a little wooden boy and wished upon a star for him to be real. It wasn't until after Pinocchio saved Geppetto from the belly of Monstro the Whale that the Blue Fairy was finally able to grant them their wish. No strings attached this time. Everyone say yoo-hoo over to Oaken.
Yoo-hoo!
Different territory, where our journey ends. Ariel's first began at the entrance to Atlantica, where King Triton still lives with his 6 other daughters. On behalf of all the storytellers here, thank you so much for joining us today on Storybook Land. Now, as we approach the dock, please remain seated with your hands, arms, and fingers inside of the boat. We will all be standing up together on my count of 3, so the boat remains balanced and no one has to visit under the sea.
Storybook Land. Excellent choice.
Like it.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the wrong side. Oh, I thought I was going to get it again.
Right.
Like, if you're ever in the mood to take your Disneyland day down a notch and really feel like you're at Disneyland, It's a great place to go.
I think of this attraction as like the history of Disney.
Yeah.
The history of Disney.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what makes it fun, because if you think
Like
about,
you're saying with the miniatures.
and I love the miniatures, Walt loves the miniatures. But the set pieces that they have are very, very pivotal parts of Disney history. You have Snow White,
Yeah.
certainly, and then the other like the Renaissance period, Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
Aladdin. You had these different
Yeah.
parts of the story.
Frozen is now here.
Frozen is now here,
Yeah.
so it's
You know,
tranquil.
when you mentioned the miniatures on our way through Monstro, as soon as you come out of Monstro, turn right, and it's actually it's Geppetto's village, the Pinocchio village. But you look really closely into one of the little houses there. I don't know if I caught it, even if I zoom in, I don't know, but my eyes did. They've got little patio furniture out there, little tables and chairs, and
That's what
like
I mean.
just like a little outdoor cafe.
Yeah, they have.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of detail all over the place.
Yeah.
The porches of all of them have things.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just cool.
I would love to take like one of those, sort of probing type cameras, and just kind of like, travel through the little villages. It seems impossible. I mean, I could probably, if I was, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure that out. Maybe if I ride this 100 times and get the camera in just the right spot, we can get a good look inside there. I would love to do that.
You can absolutely do that. You would have to ride it a lot to get the coverage and get the
Yeah.
footage, but then I just think of it with like a tranquil music playing, like Zen music playing.
Very much like an
Or
ASMR video almost.
But that would be cool. I would
Yeah.
so be on board for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll spend all day challenge riding this.
The Storybook Land Challenge. Oh my God.
Footage for that.
We just made a thing. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!